Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is M Anime. Today we are going to be drawing Shoto Todoroki from My Hero Academia. I have my friends here with me. Hi.
Hi.
And basically, sorry I've been gone for the past 2 weeks-ish. I haven't been posting a lot within the last few months. There's school and stuff, I guess, so I haven't really been around. But without any further ado, let's get to the video. So, like usual, we're going to be starting with the hair today. So there's this point about the middle top of your paper so for you that'd be around here, I'd say. Is the pen not working?
I don't think so.
Okay, switch. Take mine. Mine's working. And then we are going to draw a line down from that point, like this, slightly curved. Great. Now we're going to go back up. And because my pen's not working, we are going to pause this video. Sorry about that. We're continuing. As you can see, I went over my line again because my pen was really bad. Great. So the next thing that we are going to be doing is we're going to go back down, except we're going to go a bit further this time. Kind of creating this little triangle inside. Yep. And then we are going to go back up like this. Then once we're there, we're going to go down from the middle of that line and back up once again. So these are kind of like the middle bangs for Todoroki. And we're going to go inside this time because we have his white hair on this, or the red hair. I forgot which color is on which side. And then we're going to go back up. And my term's down because I go from the top. Then back down again. And back up to the top of your paper. So while this shape does look weird right now, this is because half of his hair is a different color and it'll be cascading into the side. I'm going to cap the pen that isn't working quickly. Or it already has the wrong cap on it. Whatever. Now we're going to continue once again over here and we're going to go a bit further down.
Where?
So for you that'd be around there, kind of. Slightly abridged to that point right there. Yep. And then you're going to connect it to that previous line. You want to make sure that's staying straight to the camera. Now then, we're going to go down till here, but that's it, no further. And this is going to go there. The image that we're trying to create here is the eyebrow is going to be around here, and it is going to be going a bit further through the eyebrow. Once we're done with that, we're going to have a thin streak of hair through the eyebrow, so it's another triangle going downward. Yep. And then starting at a line just about above that first original triangle, so create a dot. And then we're going to go down and back up, kind of through like that. It was supposed to be a new one.
Oh.
That's okay. So, next thing that we're going to do is we're going to draw another one going down. This time on the other side. Then back up. And then back down once again. Except we're not going to go back up this time. Great. Once we're done with that, we're going to start at about a parallel to over there. And we're going to go down and cascade around. Once we've gotten that, we're going to go like this and create possibly one of the biggest triangles that we have made so far. Once we're done with that, we are going to create a W of sorts, with the outside W being a bit larger. So you're going to go down for the big line, up, down, and up, back down. Yeah, like that. Perfect. Now, we are going to draw a little dot up here.
Like above the line?
Yeah, like that. And then we're going to draw a line up like that, just to show a fold in his hair. Great. Now, at about a point that leads up to here, we're going to draw a dot. So that would be right there for you. And then we're going to follow and make a line that goes like this. And they have to connect. So the dot and line. Yep. Great. And then once we're there, around the top 1/4 of that, we are going to connect them like that. Great. Once we have that, we are going to create a line that is exactly through here, and while we're not connecting them, we can see the connection. Great. And then we're going to cascade all the way to the top of the page. So that's from about here to like that, or like there, kind of. And then we're gonna go in. Yep. And then back out. So that'd be like to there, yep. Then back in. Down again. Looks like you're running out of room.
Yeah.
Back up. For you, that's just gonna connect it. And back down. So, a lot of people actually run out of room. I ran out of room on my first try. It's true. And then we are going to, well, right now we have a basic hair base for Todoroki. So we want to focus on the other side of his hair now. So, starting at the top, we are going to make another curved line going down.
Here?
Yep. Just like that. Great. And then we're going to do tiny spike in. And then over here, we're going to create like a big V sort of thing inside to kind of replicate that shape. Yep, we want to make that a bit more parallel. Okay, it's the camera. And then we're going to make another one. So we have another one right here. Great. Now, we're going to create 2 dots that kind of create eyes, I guess you could say, next to each other. Yep. And then in between those, we're going to make another triangle. And then we're going to connect the outside one and the inside one like this. It's okay. Now then, we're going to create another triangle like that.
No clue where that is.
So that's from about there to there. Yep. And then like this. Yep. And then a little upside down V to connect them like that. Great. So now we have mostly his hair, and we are going to be moving on to his eyebrows, or eyes, or really, you know. So with these 2 little dots here, so that would be around there for you, we're just going to draw a line through both of them. Yep. And then we're going to go through again. And then we're gonna go above that to create an actual eyebrow shape. We are going to repeat this on the other side. So that would be where we have this big spiky catastrophe. Great. So now we have his eyebrows. The next thing that we would want to be doing here is drawing his nose. So right here, we're on the right side of the lowest one, so that would be right there for you. We have a line down like that. Yep. And then we have a smaller one like that. And that's his nose, or really the top of it, because if we look at the manga and the anime, we'll realize that Todoroki doesn't have much of anything on the inside of his nose. Well, that sounds weird now, but that's how you explain it. So, now then, we have a short line like that on the inside to represent a crease of his eyebrow. Well, not his eyebrow, so that'd be like around there for you. Yep. And then we have another one on the other side. Yep. Now then, we're going to make a bolder line over here. And this bolder line is going to cascade around, kind of like the top of his eye, which it is the top of his eye. And we're going to want to make that bolder around the outside. Once we're done with that, we're going to want to connect it towards the bottom. And then we're going to make a much thinner, if possible, version like that. Then, not connecting the bottom, we're going to make an iris like this. Great. And then we're going to make a circlish thing on the inside to represent the inside of his eye. Great. The next thing that we're going to want to do is create something almost the same to that on the other side, except this time the side that's going down, rather than it being this side, will be this side. Great. Then we're going to have another one going down, but once again, they're not going to connect. And then we're going to have another line. Great. Now, once again, without connecting, we're going to kind of do that. Great. And then another half completed circle on the inside. Mine looks kind of cross-eyed because I didn't put the eye in the right spot, but that's all right. Now then, we're going to literally have a dot over here this time, kind of coming down from this point. And that point is not going to continue any further because we are going to do this to complete the mouth. So for you, I'd say that's part of the mouth and the point would be around there.
Oh.
Yep. And then just continue that to be part of the mouth. Great. Now then, we are done with his face, but now this just looks like a floating face because we don't have a head. So the next thing that we're going to want to do, actually, is, so you don't have enough room for it, but we're going to create a small tip of the ear here. Like I said, you probably don't have enough room. You can try and create more room for it. But after that, we're going to go down and about to create his ear. So it's kind of going to look like a box to everyone else, but that's his ear. So yours is actually going to be able to have a bottom of the ear kind of like that. Great. Perfect. And then we're going to create another symmetrical boxish thing to be the inside of the ear. Great. Once we're done with that, we're going to create a nice, easy line going down. That's the side of his face. Perfect. And then starting about here, we're going to do the same to this side.
Where?
So for you, that'd be around starting. So, yeah. Nope.
Oops.
That's okay. Continue it, it's fine. So that's your middle point, kind of. You know what? It's all right. Now then, from about the middle of this, we're gonna go out a bit. And then back up to connect. And then one more small shaggy piece of hair because his hair's messy. Yep, like that. Perfect. So now there's one thing that we're missing. Todoroki's father is awful, and that's the reason he has a scar on his face. So we are going to draw his scar now. So the big element about his scar before drawing it is that it doesn't necessarily, in my opinion, have a shape. I've seen it in a few different shapes throughout the show, so I'm not sure if it has a defined shape or not. So really, we just want to draw a wiggly line that kind of looks like a wiggly circle from the tip of his hair to the middle of where his ear should be. Great. Now then, we are going to move on to his hero costume. Shoto, I think, has had 2 hero costumes before. I'm not sure if this is actually any of them, but I think it is, so it will be, I guess. So the first thing that we want to do is draw 2 lines that are parallel to each other, about down here, below his chin. So for you, that would be there and there. Closer to each other, probably, but that's okay. Then we're going to connect them with little U shapes, or very wide U's. Great. On both sides, bottom and top.
Oh.
Then we're going to make 5 little lines on the inside. It does not have to be even. It's not even in the show. You can do more than 5 if you prefer. And then we're going to draw a little thing that looks like a fancy little V below that. Great. Now then, we're going to create 2 lines. One is going to be going down and the other one is going to be going towards this point here. That's all right. And then this one's going to be going inward and this one's going to be going down, but since yours is already connected on that side, it's all right. And then this one's going to go down and this one's going to connect like that with a little inward V. Perfect. So if you haven't connected your chin yet, let's finish off the chin. And guys, if we're going too fast for you, you can always pause the video. I'm struggling to fit the 2 drawings inside the camera frame. Okay, great. The next thing that we're gonna wanna do is create a line inward from there, from like the tip of his ear. Yep. And then finish off that line to make another one, kind of like a rectangle, a very skinny one. And then we're gonna go down and make another one. And this one's gonna be more like a triangle. And then we're going to make the last one. Perfect. Now we're gonna draw just a little triangle-ish thing, a curve over here. So that would be like, perfect. Now then, starting about here, we're going to create another movement thing. So that would be starting there for you and going like that. Great. And then we're gonna start there and finish it off to make it look like a round-edged rectangle. So it's starting to show up on camera, but my friend here is using black or gray, and I'm using brown. If we can put the tips together, you'll see that they are completely different. Here, show them. Not the same, but yeah, because we don't have a million in every single color. But next thing's next. We're going to draw another one of those original things. And then we're going to continue it to make another thing. Now I like to make a little strap thing there. That's not actually in the show. I think it's just there for effect. I think it makes it look cool. You can do your own thing if you want. And we're going to draw another line to kind of finish off that neck portion. The next thing that we want to do to finish Todoroki off is draw a line from the edge of the paper to his shoulder to finish that part off. Great. Next things next, we are going to do what we did on the previous side once again. So we're going to go in like that. And then down and triangle thing. And then around once again. Triangle thing. And then a line down like this here. That's what's gonna be different about this one.
Like over here.
So like here, kind of. Great. And then we're gonna have one start out here and create a parallel one, kind of. So it's gonna start over here and go like that. Great. Next things next, we're gonna finish off the neck once again. Wanna make sure that everything's in camera roll. Alright. Now then, another curved side rectangle we're gonna have again. And then another one. And finally, we're going to finish off the drawing by letting it come off the paper. Great, so we have Shadow Todoroki now. We can name it. There's a 50% chance that I spelled Todoroki wrong, so just let me know, guys. And she's copying off of me, so if I spelled Todoroki wrong, she spelled Todoroki wrong, doesn't matter. Anyway, thanks for joining us today. Let us know in the comments if you would like to request any other drawings. And, well, yeah, really, I'll let you have the other end of that. And we'll be back in a few seconds with, or at least I will, with the colored version. I don't know if she will, but we'll see. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for coming, guys, and see you in our next video.